Hi, it's Laurie at Positive Thanks Living, and these are some quotes that I'd like to give you. More about that later. I spent the last weeks making different things out of altered books. This is the first one that I made, and I can't show you the actual book because it's been sent off to its recipient. But it was about an identity in Christ. This is the second book, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time here and talk about what I learned doing something with it. It was a book that was on my shelf, and I realized I would probably never make a wreath. And if I did, I would probably follow a YouTube video or something like that. But I didn't want to get rid of the book. I enjoyed looking at the pictures. What could I do with it so that I could pull it off the shelf and enjoy it? I decided that I would alter it into a journal. And as you can see, I just added lined paper in different places where the writing was originally, often with just washi, as I'm trying to show you here. It comes off. So there are places to write. There are pockets where I folded pages together to put some items in, and just used up washi tape. That was my first thought. That's what I learned from this, making this altered book. Washi tape is a wonderful, useful tool in altering books because it's both something that is not permanent because you can pull it apart, and yet it is still strong enough to hold items in place. I did use some glue when I made some of the pockets, just worked out best. But washi tape is a great device to both decorate and to hold things together. So it has multiple benefits. As you can see, the wreath book went through the different months or different styles of wreaths. And I imagine when I use this, or I may gift it, I haven't decided, that the person, or me, or the person, whoever gets it, will enjoy both the visuals and the experience writing in it. Often when we look at books that have shiny pages, they're not good to do art on, or they have, I haven't seen their benefit until really altering this book. It's both now a book to enjoy about wreaths, and it's a book to use. So altering old books, things that you have on your shelf, is twofold. You're revisiting them multiple times when you're actually using them, and you're experiencing them in a completely different way when you're altering them. Now, there were lists, and I just may keep some open, like I didn't cover up those pages. I may cover them up later when I use them. I don't know. I rounded the page corners because that's what I like. It's not necessary, obviously. And could tuck in little spots for some private journaling at some point. Tried to keep things coordinated. As you can see, that there's a bread roll there in a wreath and washi about coffee. So it caused me to look at my huge stash of washi tape in a different way, and it also gave me a chance to consider how to use a book, honoring the original while making it useful for myself or whoever I gift it to. So I want to thank you, everyone that has watched the videos of these altered books, who have subscribed, who have left comments. Later on in this video, toward the end, we're going to do a spin the wheel, choosing a recipient of the giveaway that I created. It's one of the books and a bunch of special things to use. And so you'll see that in a little bit. But in the meantime, this first book was probably, or I guess technically the second book, was my washi tape experience. Now this third one, it was originally a book about Britain. It was published in 1964, which was the year that I was born. And to be blunt, I have found turning 6 decades a little more traumatic than turning 5 decades. So I was trying to desensitize myself to this change of life, this shift of decades. And so this book is like a little capsule for maybe when I turn 7 decades about my 60th year. I tucked in some of the birthday cards that I received, and you saw that earlier. And I'll have space to write about my memories from this year. And it was originally a library book, and I painted the cover, and I used what I had to make it special for myself. Now this next book, you saw me alter it, and it was a Reader's Digest condensed book of items, and I created a place to record thankfulness, and I've gotten a start with it from our family celebration of Canada's Thanksgiving. And then the next book, you saw the whole bunch of them that I made into art journals, or began it, and one of these is included in the giveaway, one of this set. And that's where the thought of all the thankful digitals came in. I printed them out both on white paper and on paper that is like a parchment paper, or it's not white. And so I'm going to be using them in the next videos that I do. Now this is the last book, one of the last books that I altered, and these books, I don't want to change them, but I do want to use them. So as last week's video showed, you can add spaces to keep things. This is a sticker book, and I've discovered that I need more washi to hold the plain acetate and the weight of the stickers. And you can hold things that you've made. I use some, a tool to hang things on. And again, pulling out the washi tape. Maybe that was my favorite tool through this entire process of altering books. Now that's one book that I altered without changing anything. And this is the second. And I'm using it as a practice place to do my calligraphy. So I would like to give everybody these digitals. You can print them at home and use them in your crafting. But now we're going to spin the wheel. I entered all 44 of the names into this online thing, and we realized that it is Monica Davis who won. Hooray! Again, I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey of altering books. And please enjoy the digitals. Take care. It's Lori at Positive Thanks Living. I wish you well.